Alright guys, so in this video I want to cover your forms. So this is obviously or arguably the most important, most valuable part of your entire website, and that is generating leads. So whenever a customer comes to your website and they fill out this form, what exactly happens? And there's a couple of different things that happen, and there are a couple of different ways you can actually do this as well. One of the most common things people want to do is connect this to your CRM, which is very simple and easy to do. And I'm going to walk you through kind of how to do that. So generally, it depends what CRM you're using, but either way, you're going to want to use the Zapier integration. And through that integration, Zapier is going to be free for what you need it for, so it costs you nothing. It's very simple and easy, but depending on the CRM that you actually use, the process is going to be a little bit different. And each of those CRMs also will have videos and how-tos on how to actually do it as well, or most of them do. I know Markate does, and I think Customer Factor or Jobber do as well. So it's pretty simple and straightforward. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into it. You can see here the form we're asking for right now is name, email, phone, address, and then how did you hear about us. But you can easily add other fields if you want to ask other questions. Some people like to ask a lot. One thing I do want you to keep in mind, it's better if you can keep the shorter and smaller you keep this form, the more leads you're going to get. The more people will actually take the time to fill it out. If you make it like really long, it looks intimidating. It looks it's just that split second decision where some people say, I don't feel like filling that out right now. If it's three things, and generally if they're on a smartphone, which this is optimized for mobile anyways, but if they're on a smartphone, a lot of times it'll automatically fill it out. You click it and it'll autofill. So it's really easy for them, to fill out name, email, phone, and then address depending on the circumstances. But to have it fill out a bunch of other things as well, like how did you hear about us is one, but to have some people want to ask for a bunch of questions, which yeah, you're getting more information, but you're getting fewer leads from it. So just one thing to keep in mind about the design of your form. Now, how do you connect it to your CRM? Right. So before you do that, the very first thing you're going to need to do is come here to click integrations, and you're going to click Google Sheets. Again, Google Sheets is free. Zapier is free. This entire process is free. Then from right here, you're just going to click. It's going to have two buttons. Well, first it's going to have you connect to your Google account. Then it's going to have two buttons. One is going to be create a new spreadsheet. One's going to be use an existing one. Just click create a new spreadsheet. Once you do that, it's going to bring you to this one where it says assign spreadsheet, subscribers form responses, and then here we can just open the spreadsheet. Now you can see here I've already done two testing forms. You see there's two leads in here currently, and they're both my name and then my information. Let me just go ahead and fill out one more so you can see this step in process. This is step one of the automation. Right. So the first thing is Nevin at 717. Well, actually, let me call it a different one so you can recognize the difference. Let's say Billy Jean. So testing, and then Google. All right, so now we'll see what happens when we fill this one out. Oh, it's going to make sure they enter their email correctly. It has to be an actual email. There we go. Now we go back to the form, and you can see that was pretty much instant. So now there's Billie Jean, Nevin, the phone number, the address, and then anytime you add a new form, once you get this part set up and you get it connected, do not adjust your don't move or adjust the different columns because it's going to mess it up in the spreadsheet. So make sure you get the form how you want it, and then do the spreadsheet, because like I said, it can mess it up. It'll get a little wonky if you adjust it once you have it connected. With that being said, if you do add other questions, it'll add them as additional columns, and then it'll take that information down so that you see Billie Jean. Now, in order to connect it to your CRM from this point, you're going to go to Zapier. You're going to select Google Sheets, select the same sheet, and then go to your CRM's website and look up information on Zapier. There's so many different ones. I would show you a tutorial, and I use Markate, but I know there's so many different CRMs out there, and you're going to get better advice directly from them. They're going to show you the same exact thing I would show you. So with that being said, that's how you get it here. If you don't have a CRM yet, that's okay as well. One thing that I used to do that worked really well, I'll just give you, let's say these are three separate leads, and what I would do is maybe a week would go by and I'm just looking at the lead list. I would just highlight them. So like, let's say I called this one and they didn't answer, or let's say they said no, or then I would highlight them red, right, and say, okay, that lead was a no-go. Let's say I talked to another lead and maybe I called this one a couple times, emailed, but no answer. So this person I wasn't able to get in touch with. So I highlight them yellow because they might still want their house wash. They never said no. They just haven't gotten back to me. So maybe they just want some time. Maybe they're procrastinating. Who knows? And then this one, this is where you can select the ones that you choose as a sale, right? So you can kind of use this as a little miniature CRM. And then if you wanted to, you could create another sheet over here, take down the names, and then collect information on what services they requested and those sorts of things. So that's how that would work. Very simple, very easy. Um, Now, another thing you can do to connect to your CRM, and this might be easier for a lot of people, is depending on what CRM you actually use, whether it's Jobber, Markate, Customer Factor, generally they're going to provide a lead contact form for you that you can customize, fill it out, or create it how you want. And then they're going to give you HTML code or JavaScript code. It could be an iframe. You're going to copy that, and we're going to paste it directly in here to the website. So instead of the form that's built in, all of these websites come with a built-in form. Instead of having that one, the form that you would have would be your custom CRM form. And then customer fills it out, goes directly to your CRM. And then all of your automations from that point are based on your CRM, whether it's an email automation, text message, your CRM is going to dictate that. Now, if you don't have that yet, you can set automations through Zapier with this. So if you want to set it up, when you're playing with Zapier, and of course we offer that Zapier integration, for our paid customers. For DIY, this is how you're going to want to do it. It's very simple and easy. You can create all kinds of automations. You can use Twilio to send automated text message, saying, hey, we got your message, we're going to get back to you, or emails. Like I was saying previously, Dope Marketing has an integration where customer fills this out, enters their address. You can have it trigger a postcard automation where the nearest 25 neighbors of that specific person get a postcard. And the reason that's useful is because every time a person fills this out, there's usually a 60% chance that you're going to get that deal anyways. You're going to go wash. You might put a lawn sign down, and the customer is going to see you. Or the neighbors in that area are going to see you. So they're going to get an impression there. Plus, they might get a postcard a couple days later with an opportunity to take action as well. So that's the idea behind that. I know it's a little long-winded, but just to give you some ideas on how you can utilize that in the form, for your specific business needs. But yeah, with that being said, hopefully this video helps. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.